Okay, guys, welcome back to the Pop My Cherry podcast. We are back. What?
I'm just saying, way.
Oh, yeah, excited. Press one of my buttons. Go.
Oh shit!
Wait there.
You caught me off guard. Right there.
I know. Yeah, what was that one?
It was the air horn.
Was it? I love that one. Do it again. we found wee buttons. We're so easily amused. We won't rip the dung out of it. But yes, big catch up to do. Obviously, we are in the swing of August now. Summer is nearly over. It's coming to an end. This has been very like Euro summer. Like I think everybody has been like summer maxing.
Yes.
So it feels. If you haven't, I'm really sorry.
Feels
not
like
to
the
rub it in.
summer's just lasting forever, isn't it?
Really,
It's
like,
that sort of thing.
Yeah. Like it feels like, do you remember in Greece whenever Danny met Sandy and they had that summer, like those summer nights?
It's
given that summer.
as predicted.
Like I'm waiting to go back to school. Do you know?
It's an
Like,
old timer.
Yeah. It's been a long summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to top it all off,
And I'm fucking skint.
me too.
Oh my God.
I have been
And I'm
just.
not even bullshitting. No, I'm
I
not even
swear, yeah.
bullshitting. I swear, if I had to put more money in a fucking wedding card, I swear to fuck. Oh my God. Don't skint. It's been a social summer.
Yeah.
And like, oh my, we'll get into everything. Like, but yeah, like,
Overdressed.
what, you know, if you see us starting to subtly mention a GoFundMe link, tell us to fuck off. No, but it's been fun though. Have you had a good summer?
Oh, I've had the best summer. It's actually
Yeah.
been great. There's been so many wee highlights.
So many wee highlights. I think first up, we'll have to talk about the Fleadh. We'll talk about our own personal things and where we've been, because you've been away, I've been
Yep.
away. We can obviously get into all that, but I think the first thing we'll have to mention in this episode is obviously the Fleadh coming till Belfast.
Wow, like
Now, I wasn't at it, so I'm absolutely gutted that I missed it. I was away for a commitment, but yeah. It looked unbelievable. Sean, fill me in. What was it like?
was
Were you here
magic.
for any of
Now,
it?
I was away in the middle of it. I
Mhm.
was away for like 4 days. But I was there at the start of the week and then just about caught all the end of it too.
Right.
So it was just, the only word I can say is just happiness, and
Oh.
like that's just what it felt. It just, you went about and you didn't see everybody like just dooming and glooming and like walking about like pissed off. It just, everybody had a smile on their face.
Yeah.
Walking past kids, like, 7 and 8 years of age,
Mhm.
like Irish dancing in the street and like having their wee cap out, like
Mhm.
collecting money,
Oh
playing
my
a wee tin
God.
whistle, and that's happening every 10 feet.
Oh my God.
Young and old, there's like old fellas playing a boron, or
Yeah.
like a group of teenagers like
Yeah.
with an accordion and fiddle and stuff.
Mhm.
And so just music everywhere. Like honestly, like every couple of paces you would hear a bit of music going on, and
Yeah.
yeah, just class. Wish it went on forever, but like
Yeah.
all good things must come to an
All
end.
good
like.
things must come to an end, and I
But-
think it's
yeah.
and I think for something to end on such a high and for it to be so celebrated. Like for instance, we're now back up in Belfast. This is the week running after. This is like the post Fleadh, and like everything's back to function and order, and
Aye.
Belfast is beautiful and clean. And yes, you have to. I think a lot of people. I don't think we give sometimes enough credit to certain things, such as like like the council, and like I think a lot of things just operate, and we
Yeah.
don't even necessarily maybe realize
Aye,
that
'cause
it does. Like
I saw some of the nights, like the rubbish and stuff left.
yeah,
and
which
I was
happens because
going-
obviously the streets are full.
they
and-
actually they closed the bins.
Yeah.
Which I noticed they put a cover over the bins.
Okay.
And I don't know what sort. Maybe it makes it easier if the rubbish is on the street. They can just get those big street cleaners and
Yeah.
just lift it all up. But that's what I noticed. There was like very few actual big bins about.
Yeah.
But the fact is, you come into the town the next day and
Mhm.
it was all like clean. It was all like
Yeah.
everything was looking spotless. So
Yeah.
like fair play to the
So
council.
big clap.
Yeah.
The big clap. Do we have a clap button there? No.
No, we
No,
don't.
wait.
Oh, we
okay.
do, we do.
we? Oh, how long were there? There we go. So that's the clap to Belfast City Council. Any, why are we doing an award speech on behalf of the Fleadh? I would like to thank Belfast. But no, on a serious note though, like it's and you know the one thing I suppose obviously it's got so much like media coverage and traction, which is fantastic. And I think obviously not to touch on anything negative, but my or my thought has always been that I've always loved where we're from.
Hmm.
And I maybe didn't always appreciate here as much as a kid. I likely maybe would have always thought like, oh no, it's very small minded, it's very backward, and I was very, I very much was like, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah.
And then I think I don't know. The older I got, I have a newfound appreciation for it. There is a sense of community, and we've talked in these things before, but. Often, especially with Belfast, it does get such bad representation in the media.
Yeah. I mean, not
And
that long ago.
yeah,
We
not
were
even
all
that
over
long
the
ago.
news.
That was world news. Like, and
Yeah.
I think it's just really, really, really nice to see. And I'm sure maybe some people listening, I think maybe some people would have been skeptical as to like, this is the first time. This is the
The
first
first
time
time it's ever been in Belfast.
I've ever been in
And here,
Belfast.
I was skeptical, not
Yeah,
in terms of like whether I thought it would be good or not. I just saw all the numbers and I was like,
yeah,
oh, 800,000 that we're
yeah,
expecting to be here. And I was going like, won't be that many. Like,
yeah.
or I was going like, oh, will it really like be that mad as people are saying it's going to
Mm-hmm.
be? Or like, will it not just be like a few sessions here and there? No, it was just like full on takeover,
Yeah,
and but in a good way. It didn't feel like it was because it's based in music.
yeah.
I feel like there was a niceness, there was a
Mm-hmm.
wholesomeness to it.
Yeah. And you know what? It's this thing where it's like, if anybody listening, it's I'm trying to talk. I suppose it's talking about like a negative thing to show like the positive outcome, I guess. But
Yeah,
like with I suppose this country it does have so much history, and
yeah,
there's from so many different walks of life, and it really does show that music is the biggest connection. Like music brings people together, and I know that sounds so like woo woo, but it really
it's
genuinely does. It's that different communities and different walks of life and different or cultures can bond over the shared love for
yeah,
music and joy. And I think from what I seen from the media coverage, it was something that was a very inclusive space. Like obviously
yeah,
we had like different Ulster Scots music. Like there was like orange bands marching. Like there was loads
yeah,
going on. There was then the more traditional Irish music. All forms
yeah.
of culture was celebrated. And then remember we were talking about this earlier. What's that girl called from the DEP? What's her name? Emma.
I'm a little Pengelly.
Thank you. As the second name always gets it for me, I can't. It's a tongue twister. Like, but her speech on the opening day of the
Yeah.
Fleadh was a beautiful speech.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really nice to see everybody come together and unite and celebrate
That's it.
all aspects of culture and art and music.
Because like, see, for me, even
Yeah,
I've come to love traditional Irish music a bit more in
yeah,
recent years.
yeah,
Just being more involved in it and like
yeah,
doing sound for
yeah.
gigs and doing like the Maddens podcast
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. Like
Yeah, yeah,
it's give me a newfound appreciation for it. But it wouldn't be like my primary thing. I'm not
yeah.
that's not my main thing. I love other types of music
Yes,
more.
yeah.
So I'd say so it's not like I haven't engaged in it as much in the past
Mm-hmm.
because of that. So even though it's not like my main thing, it's like I love to go see like Fatal and Belsonic would be more my sort of music,
Yes.
popular stuff and
Yeah,
rock music and
yeah.
everything else. But like, I think there's no one who would have went in there, over that week who
Yeah.
wouldn't have just been just full of like smiles and
Yeah.
like happiness. Um, I have to say there's like the wee outliers with things throughout the week
Mm-hmm.
because I think there's some people who don't totally get it,
Yeah.
which is understandable. Like
okay.
it's like I think people confuse the line between being like Irish traditional music
Mm-hmm.
and Irish like Republican
Right, okay.
stuff
And the
as well.
distinction of the
So
yes,
there was a wee
okay.
bit of like blurred lines there. So I think there
Okay.
was a few people who like maybe like
Right.
say like singers and stuff playing in places
Yeah.
maybe delved into playing rebel songs.
Right.
We'll say
Okay.
and then the likes of
Okay.
like music playing out of like speakers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where maybe I could see people from the
Right.
other side of the
Yeah.
community.
No, that's
Then,
understandable.
but I have to say, like, in what I experienced throughout the whole
Mhm.
week, I saw none of that. I
Mhm.
only saw like videos of that,
Mhm.
and I have to say that was definitely the minority
Yeah.
of. And what I did see is maybe people coming in Celtic tops or whatever, you know.
Okay.
And it's sort of like you're getting the wrong idea here.
This
It's
is
not.
not what this is.
That's
Yeah.
not what this
I
is.
get you.
This is like
I get it.
Celtic. It was Celtic,
Yes.
you know.
Yeah, when we say keep it Celtic, Celtic till us all. Do you know? Like that's the umbrella for everybody. You know, I get you. Like, and that is sometimes I suppose is that like there's a difference in somebody who loves like trad or Irish trad, and
Yeah.
that's an inclusive thing versus maybe somebody who just wants to get pissed
And
and go to like a Wealth Tones concert.
Yes.
Yeah, there's like what like you know like. We're not giving our opinions on it, but it's nice to see that it was an inclusive space and it was nice to see representation for all walks of life. It looked unbelievable, and I have to give a shout out to TransLink as well. This is from my ma. My people, you can let me know different, but my ma said apparently them buses ran like clockwork. She was like, Jared, they had buses coming from Belfast straight to Tim, and apparently like the 212 was popping off, full as a cart. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was issues here and there.
uh-huh.
Things, but I've
No, but she said
you
for what?
going to
Like,
the
for the
country?
grand thing, like that's the point. For the grand thing and being here for the first time, it
Yeah.
seemed it went really good.
Aye. Well,
So-
I was playing out in Armagh
Mm-hmm.
on Saturday night,
Yeah.
and I saw buses pull up, you know, coming back
Yeah.
when I was just coming into Armagh, and I also when I was going through Portadown, saw buses pulling up there with people getting off, and also like
Yeah,
seemed to
yeah.
be, you
You were
know,
able to get in and out and all that there. All
So-
seemed to well done to the Fleadh.
yes.
And well done to everybody involved. So that is the Fleadh covered. Sean, anything else? So then you were away. I was away. So the weddings. Do you want to go first or will I go first?
You go first. Let me hear about the wedding.
Right, okay. So I had 2 weddings there, so
Oh,
back
yeah.
to back. So do you know what? It's made me realise like as much as I've yapped about weddings on multiple podcast episodes,
You
you
love
see
them.
when it comes to it, I do love a good wedding.
Aye.
Deep down I do. I love a moan. Take my moan with a pinch of salt, but deep down in the day, I love it. I just feel the love in the air. Like I get so ooey gooey. And I had a friend, she got married. And it was a beautiful wedding. Like it was a humanist ceremony, and we had a ball, like just proper, like classic, like wedding from home. You know, it was hearty, it was fun, it was like charismatic. It had so much charm. It was so personal to them as a couple. And she had an absolute ball. She will not be named, but she had a ball, so she did. She was dancing, loving life, and I think it's the first time I've maybe seen a bride like, well, no, a lot of my friends have all had a lot of fun on their wedding day, but like she just really. She loved it all. Like she was dancing and singing Cascada, and you know, it just was, you know, like one of them weddings. Like, and there was like a DJ on. What was his name? I don't even know. DJ Greener. I don't know who he was. But he got it fucking going. Like all the tables, like right, everybody has a team captain, so you have to be the craziest table. We're like, game on.
That's,
You were loving
that's the way
it.
to do it. That's
I
great.
love it. So it was really cracky, like in that, you know, like pure like home,
Yes.
that type of way, you know, like. So it was a ball, and we had a great day, and she looked amazing, and it was 10 out of 10, and like genuinely no notes, and it was her perfect day. It was so suited to her. So that was a ball, and then my partner was actually at that, so that was his first time coming till
Like a wedding over
a
here.
a wedding here. We'll call it like an Irish wedding or whatever, yeah. And you know, anybody listening, you know the score. It's always the touch and go stage is always after the main course. That after the main course, and until that evening gets really going, there's that wee lull.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that wee
That's
lull,
make or break,
that's a
like.
make or break. You know,
Mhm.
like have you ate too quickly
Yeah.
and drank too quickly, and it's all just hit. And you're now, you know, like you've got the heartburn. You need to get the fucking Rennies out. And you know, do you know what I mean?
Also, if the crack dips too much,
Too much. Oh, it's hard to get.
You
it back
just
going.
see-
No, the
you'd
crack
see,
didn't dip. It just was more like the dip.
a few taxis get ordered sometimes, and that, and that.
Or some people go back up to the hotel room for a nap, or you know things like that.
Aye.
There, like or
you don't see them again.
or you don't see them again, or they may be likely up there drinking, like who knows? But you know, it's that type of that's the part where it can fade out.
Yeah.
But it was so funny. One of the girls that was on the hand, she came over and she said, "Well, what's wrong with you?" He's like, oh, I just don't feel that good. It's just my stomach's just a wee bit sore just after the meal or whatever. And she's like, oh, have you ever been to an Irish wedding before? And he's all like, no, actually, this is my third. And then she goes, well, you think you'd fucking know the way they fucking go? Tighten up, would you?
Oh, here, it's a performance at the
Is
same
it? Like,
time.
no, there is no sympathy. That is the way it needs to be. But I also thought, you know what? I am feeding you to the lions. I'm not being sucked to you like glue. Because you don't know anybody here. You got to get to know all the people and mingle and meet all my friends and walk of life. And everybody loved him and he had a ball and it was great. So it was just so nice for him to be included a part of that, and I really appreciate it. So it was really, really nice.
That's great.
So that was that wedding. Then we had the big wedding in Portugal. So that's my first time ever doing an abroad wedding. So I've never been to one of these before. So didn't know what to expect. So it was like, oh my God, like a fever dream. Like it was just completely like the most beautiful setting. And then I suppose it was nice as well because it felt like a holiday on top of that, even though it wasn't really. So obviously I had like a night before, then the night before the wedding there was like a drinks reception thing. It was class. I got karaoke going. There was like a great singer, Peter Lochran, I think he was called. So shout out to him.
I
He's
saw the
unbelievable.
videos of you on the mic.
So I got on, of course, you know me. I was like, right, anywhere that they're wrapping this up, let me get going here. So after he finished the music, yet again, I was like, we're not having no fucking dip here. So Jude had his Spotify, but it was a bit more, you know, like EDM. Like, you know, like melodic EDM kind of music. I'm not really into that. I'm like, look, we need to get this going. Let's get bits and pieces on, you know. So I take over. We got a bit of tunage on. And then for some reason, just randomly turned into karaoke. And Jack, shout out to Jack. Jack is unbelievable at Eminem. Love the Way You Lie. So him and a girl Holly done it. It was, and I think everybody was so shocked because Jack is so like, you know, straight laced.
Yes.
You know, with like his wee, you know, Ralph Lauren shirt and his wee hairline and all, you know, he's squeaky clean. And then he whips out the full rap of Love the Way You Lie. And he's unbelievable at it. Jack, or Sean, you would be shook by him. So he stole the show. Shout out as well, Shauna McCann, she done Traveling Soldier. So everybody is turning into a full karaoke thing, right?
Doing all the hits.
But then you know what I'm like, Sean. I run a tight ship. I take no bullshit whenever it comes to a bit of MCing, so I don't, right? So there's a couple of rowdy ones getting a wee bit too rowdy and a couple of shout ones at the karaoke. So I was like, right, give it up for, right? That's enough. I had
Cutting it short.
I was cutting it short. Oh God, I beat her out. I was like, not on my watch. No. And then I think a couple of people got a wee bit twisted. Will not say who. Because they maybe smashed a couple of glasses because they banged on that table because they were giving it a full performance. I was like, listen, honey, this isn't Eurovision. You know, tone it down a wee bit, Miss Diva.
People
and they were
trying
happy.
to get up for double ones.
Oh, and a lot of that. And then a lot of people coming up, ready to give it stacks, and then they went blank. I'm like, you need to know the words. We don't have a screen here. This is improv. So ran a tight ship. Some people like thought I was a twat. So it was kind of like MC, bouncer, the full works. Like, but we had a ball. So that was the night one. Then the night two, waking up, honestly, Dior Light and all just got me through that trip because I was like, oh God. Here we go again, Mamma Mia. But it was beautiful. I've never ever seen like a wedding venue, like landscape. Like I've never been to that before, so I've never seen it in any way. But like, whoa, like breathtaking. Like this, like white, like I don't even know what you call it, like a stage, like a layered stage thing with like these big white vases with these gorgeous white roses, and then we're overlooking like a cliff, which was like the landscape of the background would have been the sea, and all these like whimsical trees. Like honestly, it was like
movie stuff.
It was like a fairy tale. It really genuinely was, and she was absolutely beautiful. Like just 10 out of 10, no notes. Like it just was so beautiful, like, and very emotional and very personal. And that's what I'm saying. Both days felt very personal to them. You felt really a part of their day. So it was beautiful, and it was amazing. Oh my God, might as well just give them a shout out as well. Open bar. Sean, did we go to town? We went to town. I was double parked the whole night, and I was like, look, if I smashed a glass, right? And I was like, well, sure, fuck it, I'm not paying for it. You know, if I dropped a drink, I would be raging. And if somebody banged into me in a night out and I spilled my drink, I would be marching them up to the bar. I'd be like, and I'd be trying to get it a double. But no, like, it just was the most like lavish wedding that I've ever been to in that kind of way.
I think
It just
I had a
was-
similar.
Oh, but I got clocked in on that as well, by the way,
Right.
So I was doing like the comparing of that there as well. So I was doing like, and now we're going to hand it over to the groom, the father of the bride, that, but doing all that there. And then the next thing, the wedding planner's over to me and she's all like, oh, here, right, so I need you now to do the music because the live music isn't coming until 8. And I'm like, wait, what? I was like, hold on a minute, I didn't sign up for this. So I'm fucking running back and forth like a yo-yo changing the song over. I'm a DJ. I was the DJ too. Michaela and Connie are getting billed. I swear to fuck. I loved it though.
Yeah,
I
you do
loved
love it.
But I love that
Like-
because I like being in control of music, and then I had a laugh. So shout out to Amy Quinn, Jack Luke, that full table. They were all like, "This music's fucking shite." I was raging. They're like, "Are we at a wedding or a funeral?" I was like, but I was playing, like
Emotional.
like Eric Clapton. Background music while you were enjoying your dinner. Read the room. We're at a
Yes.
wedding. This is the dinner setting. Regal, romantic, timeless, very bridal. Love songs, and they're like, oh my God, this is shite. So but then of course, I should have been thinking of the bride, but I thought, fuck this, my reputation's at stake here. So I was like, hold on a minute, tricky disco, where? Apparently they were away getting wedding photos. They were like, is that her fucking wedding? And I'm like, here, doof, 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 doof. And you're like, base to the place, London. That's just after the main course.
Fuck.
People barely had the fucking food swallowed.
Oh my!
But it was class crack.
That reminded me of one of my first DJ jobs. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I must have only been like 18 or 19.
Right.
My mate was in the Ulster Youth Orchestra,
Oh, right.
and he was like, "Oh, we're having a formal,
Uh-huh.
and we need a DJ. Could you do it for us?" And
Uh-huh.
I done it for buttons, like,
Mm-hmm.
and I had just got like my PA system. Like
Mhm.
I was my 18th birthday present.
Oh my God, cool.
Like
right.
how geeky is that? Like,
No, I love that.
I got my man to get me a PA system, and I remember we drove up and bought it off some fella in Ballymena,
Uh-huh.
and I set it all up, and I don't know what I'd done wrong, but the amplifier for the speakers,
Right.
it was in the Wellington Park Hotel, and the amplifier for the speakers just went
Oh God.
and fucking blew up.
And that's like a worst nightmare for, yeah.
A DJ, and I was going like, oh my God, they're still having their dinner. And the music just stopped, and like luckily because it was the dinner, like they didn't really notice.
Yeah, okay.
And I was like, oh shit, what do I do here?
Mm-hmm.
And it was just as you were saying, like dinner music.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just went to the hotel and like went onto their like wee computer, signed into my Spotify,
Hi.
and like went onto their like hotel speakers,
Hotel speakers.
and just like played like lounge jazz music
Right.
and like the longest playlist I could find, and
Yes.
just put it on.
Just so you could get yourself recovered, yeah.
And I went and rang
Yeah.
like round everybody. I
Uh-huh.
fancy found like somebody that owned like a practice studio
Yeah.
in West Belfast, and I didn't drive at the time. I convinced him to come down to his studio
Yeah.
and like open it up so as I could rent an amp off him and bring it back over. But I had to get a taxi. I had to wait, get a taxi over, pick that up, get a taxi back, and do it. I mean, well, this
Girl,
was
is this one of these long-winded stories again?
just fuck all happened.
Did it not?
But like all that, like had to go through
Right.
a whole rigmarole
whole-
just
right,
to get
okay.
that thing back. I mean, well, I'm hanging on by a thread, hoping that way like
The jazz playlist is still
playlist
playing.
is still
Oh my
doing well,
God.
and hoping that they haven't finished their dinner yet.
No.
And I text my mate going, "Have you had dessert yet?" And he's like, "Going, we're just finishing that."
God, but do you not
So-
think though, like on a serious note, there is something very like like and I had sent them both like wee personal messages before their big day, but I could just imagine like, and this is the thing, I was so nearly like ecstatic for them, but like it's that like the pressure that it must be getting married on that day, and it must also be very pressurized, and I suppose in any capacity working in that way, because there's something that feels very. Like, listen, we all know like divorce rates are a wee bit more higher and divorcing's getting a wee bit more chic these days, but also the old school in us believe we're not really going through all this here to plan to do it like multiple times. Like
No.
we do
You think
really, that is
you're
that
like,
once
this
in
is
a
a-
lifetime moment. And that is your like, if some people do get married again, say for instance, your first time getting married, that's your first, like that it is once it's a very there's something feels very
This is the
fatal
Yeah.
or like like this
It has to
this
go
has
right.
to go right. There's
Yeah.
a lot on the line here. There's been a lot of time. There's been a lot of planning. There's been a lot of money. There's been so much, and it must be really, really stressful, I would imagine too. But it was really nice, I have to say, as both of them really enjoyed their day and they took it all in, and it was a
Yeah.
beautiful day. And for both of them, it was beautiful to be a part of it, despite all the complaining that I did maybe about a month ago. But that's it all done now. That's the wedding's all done.
Oh, brilliant.
No notes. The only thing I maybe just said, maybe the sip just was. If anybody was at the wedding, if you know. Wasn't a fan of the sip. I'd prefer a cup of sip. That's just me. But less than everything else was spectacular. And that is it. That's all I'm saying. That's the PR answer. The after party and all, it was hilarious. We'll give a shout out to Amy Quinn as well. Amy Quinn was she was the best crack at the wedding.
And what would you say? So that's your first wedding away.
Oh, right. So because they contrast it. Do you know what? I'm on the fence. I don't know.
So like,
I don't know if you mean for me, what would
yeah,
I want?
how would you rate weddings away on that experience?
I just don't think you can compare. Or you're not making me. I know you're not asking that, but
I'm not saying compare them, but like, did you enjoy the experience of going?
I
away?
loved it. Oh my God, I loved it. Yes, no, I loved it. Well, I think I loved it because it felt. Because I suppose, maybe with a wedding abroad, because everybody is kind of going in with the mentality, I suppose, of like, right, well, do you know what? This is you're going to spend a lot of money to have an away wedding.
Mhm.
You're going to spend a lot of money to be a guest at an away wedding. So I think, likely, the mentality is, right, well, we're going to make the most of it.
Yes.
Everybody's going in with that mindset.
Yeah.
And then I think as well, it's like, right, we're going to treat this as like a holiday. We're over here for a holiday. This is where we're going because this is where our friends get married and we're going to go. And that type of thing.
So everybody's bringing it.
So everybody's bringing
And
it.
everybody who's there really wants to be there.
So it cuts out the bullshit too.
That's
one thing I'd say. Then the second thing I'd say is, likely, because then it is a holiday and there is more days that you are there, there's kind of more time. That's the one thing I'd say. You have more time.
Yeah.
Do you know whenever you go to a wedding at home and you're like, fuck, it's 10 o'clock already? There is that, you blink and there's the nights went nearly.
Yeah.
Still an amazing day. Still absolutely perfect. Still absolutely beautiful. But something in, I suppose, in that one day.
Yes.
And then also, in fairness, the wedding I went to, it was down in Carlingford, which was great. So the whole thing wasn't. Sometimes I think what I wouldn't do, well, what I couldn't get married in a chapel because, the Pope's, he came forward, but he's not that up and coming just yet. So that wouldn't be
So
for
you
me.
don't
But
like
sometimes
the whole-
that, you go to the chapel in Moneyglass, but then you're going to a venue in Fermanagh, and it's like you're driving about an hour and a half, and then it's
I
about 3
know.
o'clock till you get
I
there.
know.
But the bridal party's still taking photos. That really does eat into a day,
Yeah.
if you get me.
Yeah.
So
So having it all in house.
I think having the whole thing in house in whatever capacity, whether it is at home or away, gives you a longer day. Both
True.
days felt longer. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
I think
There
it's
was no interruption in the
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. I think sometimes the block here for people is that I think a lot of people come from very traditional, religious families. So it's like, oh, Jesus, what would my granny say if I didn't get
Yeah.
married in the chapel?
Yes,
like that sort
but
of
then this
thing.
is the thing, you can still do it in your own way. Like, obviously, I think a humanist wedding is so much more personal because it's like you're telling the story of the people and how they met and how they loved and their qualities and
I
their
do love
characteristics.
that part of it.
I do love that, and I love the symbolism of the tie and the knot.
Yes.
I think that's so beautiful. But then also, say there was the wedding that I was at in Portugal, there was religious readings. So there was the Corinthians and the full works was in there.
Yes.
So you can do it whatever way. It's completely down to you. I think
you should make it your
being
own
a
thing.
seasoned wedding guest this year. My advice to any future brides is do what is right for you.
Do you
and this-
consider yourself a professional wedding guest at this stage?
100%. I'd go as far as saying escort for real. And everybody, I will give myself a pat in the back. Everybody did say, I brought my A game, No boss. No, I did. Like, hello.
No, here, I believe you.
Oh, and I got a lot. And like, you see, as soon as I came to the after party in Portugal, I had like the tie off, swinging it around. You know, the full works, full of the pipe.
Well, what about the...
Go on ahead.
I'm not you saying full of the pipe.
Is that not a saying? What is that? Full of the pipe?
Yeah, I think so. Just like,
what does that actually mean? No.
I don't know.
Full of the pipe?
But it could also be.
Does that
like,
mean maybe something like bad? I'm sorry. That's just.
I took it a dirty way.
But
My
no.
dirty mind again.
Well, there's like full of the horn, but that's
Yes.
the dirty thing. But I thought full of the pipe meant like. No, 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 no. That's not what I meant. Full of the pipe, like
it's not.
full of the pipe, like full of life, like full. Give her Dexy, no, like you know what I mean? No,
Yeah.
right. Anyway, there's no pipe up my hole. No,
But,
and I'm not smoking a pipe either.
yeah.
Aye, no.
Um,
if you like, what do you think I'm sitting doing a bong or what? No, no, just to roll that out either. No. So don't know.
I don't know where my mind
Don't know
is
where it
going.
went. Maybe I've just made that up. Do you ever do that? We
You
say
make
and
me
you think
sense
it's a
up.
thing and it's not.
It's there's a word for it. It's called a malapropism.
Is it
Mm-hmm.
really? Or did you make that up?
No, it's it's a malapropism or malapropism. No, if you like say a phrase wrong,
Right.
it's a malapropism.
Oh, really?
You know.
I do that quite a lot actually.
Aye.
With loads of different things, and I use words that are out of context all the time.
Mm.
Like sometimes I'll always say like I'm very agile. What's agile mean?
Means like flexible and bendy.
But I'm saying it as if I'm pissed off. It's like, I'm actually really agile right now. And I'm like, that's not what that means.
Well, do you do gymnastics?
I know, but I just think it sometimes sounds like a more bouchier version of agitated.
Yeah.
But, you know, like you just create your own way.
Meanings for things.
Am I dyslexic? Is that what that is?
I
No.
don't know.
Sorry, I'm
Dyslexic
just so like self-diagnosing, aren't I? I don't know. But anyway, the wedding was good.
Do you still think, you know, I'm not saying this, I'm only playing devil's advocate. I'm just saying, like, do we still spend too much on weddings? Do we make too big of a deal out of weddings? I think they are important. Like, I don't have any regrets with mine, but do you think, is it like, I don't know.
A wedding is kind of like going to mass or going to the gym. The thought of it is nearly the like the thought of the effort is bigger. And I'd say for brides and grooms, or brides and brides and grooms planning a wedding, it's like, oh my God, like they're like so sickened by it.
Mm-hmm.
But when it all comes to that day and it all comes together, I do think it really is special.
Yeah.
And I think from the many different weddings I've been to, I love how I want to always say this too, actually. I always feel like you have to see a bride on the day, that moment when they're walking down. And it's like, you know, a photo doesn't capture that, a video doesn't capture that, nothing captures that. It is that moment that you just really see how like happy they are.
Mm-hmm.
There's something just so timeless about that. No matter what they're wearing, no matter what their style is, that's them being like in their most purest form, or in some, I don't know, there's something very romantic about it.
It's there's like a magic around.
Yeah, like
weddings.
this is them. This is their you know, fairy tale moment. This is their, you know, Cinderella story or whatever. You know, something very beautiful about it. And it's something I think that, you know what, no matter what, it's not for everybody. Some people are very against marriage. Some people have no interest in it. That's completely fair and valid as well. And, you know, everybody is different. But I think if it's something that you are interested in, it's not something that you've ever looked at as a nonchalant, oh yeah, like, yeah, I might get married. It's something that you've always wanted, you know. And I used to always tell myself for years, I was like, no, like, I'd never want to get married. No. The truth is, I just never allowed myself to imagine it as a possibility. Like, you just being gay, I didn't think I would meet anybody that I would want to marry. I didn't think it would be possible. There was a point I didn't think it was even possible or legal for me to get married, you know. And I think sometimes, you know, I always bring everything back to the gay thing, but you know, we've been really conditioned, and our ceiling has always been very limited for us sometimes, in our capacity of what we could imagine for ourselves. And I suppose only maybe in the past 5 years I've really allowed myself to be like, no, wait a minute, like deep down, I would love this.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love love. I love this celebrating love and being a part of it, and I love the fact like love's the most beautiful thing in the world. Like what is this world wouldn't exist without it.
Yeah.
And I would love that moment, like really, really, truly.
Yeah.
And that would mean the world to me. So it would. So I do
nice.
think it's important,
Yeah.
despite all the yapping that I've done in the lead up.
We'll see when it comes around to you if you ever get married.
Well, that's all my friends all say this. Now, in fairness, I'm like unofficial bridesmaid vibes. That's the way I go full ham. I'm like,
Yeah.
right, like what do you need? Like this is your day. Like,
Yes.
this is your moment. Like it's very much like about that. I had the privilege of a friend walking her down the aisle in Las Vegas,
Yeah.
and giving her away. I've had the privilege of being involved in another best friend's wedding, where I was doing a reading and doing like the emceeing at the top table for it. So it's nice to always feel included in a part of it, because sometimes I think as gay people, I don't know any gay men listening, it's that thing where like maybe say, well, like bridesmaids are different parts or different roles that you maybe don't obviously fit the status quo in a way. So it's always nice that your friends are always considerate or including you in some sort of a way. Like it's really special. So it is. So yeah, I think when my day would come, I know my friends would all be there for me.
Yeah.
But I don't know what way I'd want a wedding. No, I don't think we're ready for that conversation yet, though.
I'm sure.
Skip that.
I imagine there's
I've had
like
time.
a lot of conflicting thoughts when it comes to it, because
I could plan my hen party at a tea though,
yeah,
but I couldn't. I don't know what I would want for a wedding. I haven't a clue. I love the whole, like, I just think there's something so chic about the two people just fucking off. Like something very Lizzie McGuire go to fucking, like, I don't know, like Venice or the fucking Rome.
yeah,
And just like getting a wee moped driving around and getting married.
yeah.
Do you know? And
I love
like
that.
you didn't even invite anybody. I think there's something very rock and roll about that.
Yeah. But then you think about like the party.
But then
and
you go
stuff.
home and you have your party then.
That's true. Yeah. you
I don't
can do
know.
that.
Don't know.
Yeah. Was there any sandals at the weddings?
Sandals. There was BYO. They weren't available, I think. I don't know. I didn't see any. I seen a few people with sandals, and it was kind of awkward because I'm sure you can imagine, Sean, didn't I get that at both weddings? Oh, don't be wearing flip-flops around him now. He might start yapping. And I was like, oh, shit. Because sometimes in parasocial ways, you do these things thinking nobody listens to them. It feels like a virtual world. And then you meet people in real life that are like, yeah, I did hear that. I'm like, oh, did you? Oops. So I got a bit of shades. But then I was like, do you know what? I just kept my chin up and I didn't look at the ground.
That's it.
I didn't look at the ground.
Sit with your chest.
Yeah, but no, I was like, I'm not looking at your feet. You wear whatever you want. Whatever's on them is none of my business.
Yep.
Yeah, but I did notice a girl with a pair of leopard print ones, which I did think was iconic.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do it, do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's no flip. No, it was a percentage. But then a lot of them in their defense have told me, Jared tried sitting with a pair of heels on for a full day.
Yeah.
So
That's
I
my
take
point.
that back. So I do.
Oh, there you
I'm
go.
eating my words, which takes a lot for me to admit. So you were in Disneyland Paris. That was a big
Yeah.
one too.
Aye.
Sorry
Keep
guys,
going.
this is just, there's a full list of me. There's been a lot going on. There's a big
Yeah.
debrief. Big debrief.
I've been reminded of it because like
Yeah.
Liam has stolen my notebook
God, he
here.
scribbled
and
all over
I
it.
scribbled all over it.
Stop it.
Trying to find a free page. But yes, went away
Is
to
Disney worth the hype? Number one. You've asked me obviously about the weddings. What do you think?
that's like such a it's a grey area sort of thing. Like
Oh.
yes and no, but like
Right.
overall, yes, it is like now like the thing that people have been saying to me is it worth bringing a 2-year-old to Disney? And I think the answer is also yes.
Okay.
Because like at the minute Liam is like obsessed with Buzz Lightyear and Woody and like all these wee characters, and to him like going there, he's like looking at them and he's like, there they are.
Yeah,
know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean?
He's fully believing it.
It's
and-
complete magic to him.
Yeah.
And going round, you just like seeing his face light up
Oh God.
And I thought he was gonna freak out at everything, you know, and just
Maybe
like,
yeah,
and it would
overwhelmed
just
or
be too overwhelming for him. And
yeah.
even like I was going, look, let's not be like too pushy with this or anything.
Mhm.
You know, he goes whatever he goes on. I know this is like a lot of money or whatever, but you know, if he goes on one ride and doesn't like it, then that's it.
That's
The
it.
rest of the time we're going around, we're just looking at stuff, you know,
Okay.
and that's fine. But that's not what happened.
Yeah.
We went into a small world, and he's like, oh my god, look at the horses, look at the cows, and you know, and he's like, he was getting to the end, and he's going more.
Oh,
Yeah.
stop. And then, so what all characters did you meet?
We met Jesse and Woody and
Was he Mickey or Minnie?
I'm Mickey. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So, know what we done? We were like, we're not standing in queues
Mm-hmm.
with a 2-year-old child who doesn't understand what he's standing in a queue for.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, there's like a wee app you can download,
Okay.
and it tells you how long the wait times are for certain things. So we only went to things if it was like a 5-10 minute wait at most.
Oh, well, that's good. Okay.
So then it meant there was no like standing for half an hour in
Mhm.
a line, him cracking up or whatever.
Yeah.
So that was like great. We stayed on site, so like
Oh, you're in a Disney hotel.
yeah.
Oh wow, what are they like? I've heard very mixed things about them. Some people say
Class.
they're like really not worth it, and then some people say no, they're like unbelievable.
Like I loved it. We were in one. We weren't in like the Disneyland Park one. Or,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
we were in one that
Yeah,
was
like-
like 20 minutes
Yeah.
away from the park.
Mm-hmm.
But it was the wee Toy Story one.
Yeah.
And again, we picked it because that's his like
His
favorite thing. And so it's like a Wild West town.
Oh my God.
So like all the different the hotel
Saloons
is
and-
basically like a village
Right.
of like different buildings, and so each building is named after a different cowboy or whatever.
Oh my
And
God.
and there's wee saloons in it and a general store and blah blah. And so
Oh
like,
God.
but here when I tell you like nobody can convince me otherwise that Disneyland isn't High Rocks. Like,
Like it's and that's yeah.
oh my no, I done 75 kilometers over the 3 days,
Oh my God.
which is like more than a half marathon every day. Like,
Jesus.
because the shuttle bus could have took you back to the thing, but it was like a 15-minute wait on the shuttle bus, and it was a 20-minute walk back to the hotel.
Right.
So you were just back and forth, and then walking around the park, and
Yeah.
like
But like you didn't even feel like you were walking that much
no,
because
well,
there was.
some days like
Oh, really?
my god, like I had brought these
Did
ones.
you bring a
that-
wee pair of flip flops
I-
too?
I had brought mine wee like nice Adidas.
Did you?
Got these
Oh
over-
God, they're terrible to walk in.
And after the first day, I was like, no,
No.
definitely not. So I switched to my running-
Hokas or
Yeah, they were like Asics, and they were like
Aye.
like walking shoes.
Jesus.
And I was like, I don't give a fuck. 'cause,
Yeah.
like, it
Oh
was
my
so
God.
bad.
But
class.
it is very. I remember we went to as kids, and that's the one thing. It's like it to kids. It is so magical. We went as
Mhm.
kids till Disney World in Florida. So
Florida.
I've never been to the Paris one. I've only been to the Florida one,
Florida
and then Universal Studios in United Kingdom. Islands of Adventure.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Sorry. Unbelievable, yeah. But I think it is that likely the magic of it. But it must be very stressful for a parent too.
Yeah, like see, even the trains, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like getting from the airport,
Yeah.
we had like the pram, and we had one suitcase,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that's all we had. We had a pram and a suitcase. Even with that,
Yeah.
like one of us carrying Liam and me to get the suitcase and the thing.
Yeah.
Someone goes in front of us and like leaves because there was a suitcase on top of theirs on the train. they
Yeah.
pulled the top one down and left it behind them and left it theirs.
Mm-hmm.
And the train doors go like, and then it's away again.
Oh God.
So like we were fucking panicking getting out. So and it was just like, you know, chaos. So there was a few wee moments like that
Yeah.
where like traveling with a child is like really tough.
And this is funny on that conversation. I suppose anybody listening, it is that thing. Obviously, I am, high in the sky quite a lot, as I'm always in the airports, and I always do notice the commotion
Yeah.
that families have, especially, and I notice and there's I'll be really, really honest here. And this slightly won't sound, this might sound a wee bit cheeky coming from me, but I want to make it clear that I'm saying this from my own personal perspective. As I'd say, as me on my own, it's just wanting to I want my own space, or I want my own whatever, and I'm on away going here or whatever. And there's like all this commotion or disruption. Sometimes there may be, say for instance, like you're going through security, and that everything's not really cohesive with that family, and they're picking out at things, and there's a lot going on, and sometimes naturally as somebody that doesn't have kids, we can be quite like maybe not as understanding, or maybe we would never act upon it, but I may be internally going, fuck's sake, or something like that there, because it's not my life experience. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not me. I'm not me putting it down. I'm only saying sometimes, but then I often very quickly will rain check myself, being like, God, like not naturally anybody would find that impatient, or it would test their patience, or frustrating, or irritating, or whatever. And I'm like, God love them.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know?
Because
the reality actually is like, I suppose it was you're saying, like the part that you gained from it, likely you gained a lot from it as well, where you could relive a lot
of
your childhood element
for me,
but also it's seeing the smile in his face.
Yeah.
And for a lot of parents out there, it's seeing your kids happy. They got away for the summer, that whenever they're going to go back to school, they're so excited to tell their kids where they went or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it is stressful. So sometimes in them moments where I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, well, imagine, God love them.
Yeah.
Imagine trying to get 3 wins on a fucking plane.
Yeah.
And to sit quiet and to not do whatever, or to be well behaved, or for nothing to be happening, or for them not to be sick, or it's really, really, really hard. I don't think I even really fully realise. I don't think anyone really realises until it happens.
I mean,
how hard parenting actually is.
I know. I've only the one.
Like, can we hit that clap button again? As for all the parents out there holding the fucking fort and holding that shit down, genuinely.
I've only the one, and he's fairly well behaved.
Yeah.
And at times it's a fucking struggle.
It's nothing. Yeah.
And it's just because
it's just hard.
You're not meant to be 2 years old, sitting in one place for a couple of hours, and so God knows what it'd be like with 3-4 kids,
I know.
But I did make a fatal mistake getting on the plane, because whole way through Belfast International, he was amazing. He was woke up in the morning, and it's just as if there's no concept of
morning. I've got my mask on.
Yeah, he was so happy and he was excited, and I was going, "You go see Mickey Mouse," and he's like,
"It's like Lagan Bar."
Got a few pence in there. And he was sweet.
Yeah.
And no, the whole way through the airport, he was so well behaved. He was being so nice. Me and him were going wee walks, just to pass the time and all, and not a word out of him. He was just excited and happy.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're waiting to board at the gate, and he was just wanting to walk away when we're standing in the queue and stuff, and I was going, right here, no what, I'll he's been really good, I'll give him my phone to watch Miss Rachel or something, just to get on the plane here.
Mm-hmm.
And so then, sweet as, he was sitting watching that, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
I was carrying him, walking out on the plane, and we started to go up the steps, and I was like, "Look, son, look at the big airplane." And I just looked up from the phone and looked over and went, "Ah!" And he freaked out, because he was like, "What the fuck is that?"
Oh God.
And so then it took me 20 minutes to stop him freaking out.
Oh God.
So I'm sure everybody around me was like, "Fuck's sake."
Did you get a photo of him in the cockpit?
No.
Was that his first flight?
No, he's been away before.
Oh, right, okay.
But he was a wee tiny baby before. But no, I wouldn't do that in
Why?
the cockpit. Have
Why?
you ever been up to the cockpit?
Of course I have.
No, serious. I've never in all my years.
Why got well? Anne Olivia got into the cockpit and we got photos with her and all. And
serious?
at the end, not mid flight,
at the start.
When the flight lands, if you sometimes the pilot might let you into the cockpit to get a photograph.
Oh, serious? No, I've never.
Did you not know this?
I've never done
now,
this.
maybe I should not be saying that, because then I might never get on another flight again. No.
But how many times have you done this?
Well, I'm not in doing it I'm not. It's not like, hey, can I get a pic for Instagram? It's not that type of thing.
Yeah.
It was her hand. It was like a special occasion
Yes.
type of thing. So it was her hand party. So she got one in the cockpit, and we all were able to get a photo of her. But we were in it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just sitting down beside the pilot, like that type of thing.
Yeah.
And a lot of girls do that going on a hand party sometimes. But then also, like, you know, a lot of people, maybe if it's a kid's first flight or whatever.
Oh, right.
Like so my sister got one of our first niece.
Right.
And her, she's a wee baby, and she's just sitting in the cockpit.
See, I've always heard of that in like American things, like in
Oh,
the
no,
80s, but like
I think, well, they might say no, but they might say yes
Yeah,
if they're
well-
able to, and they're dead on about it. Like
I
sometimes.
feel like I was being a nuisance. No, like
Oh no,
What
no,
I'm
no,
saying.
no.
I
Right,
just
next
said
flight
to
you
them,
go on.
Jerry told me to go up. and
Next flight you go on, I do.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Um,
It's not a thing though. Like, I just really want to make that clear. Like, it's not like a thing.
I
Like,
want
it's
to
not
hear
It's not a social thing
Aye.
to do. Like,
I want to
wanna
hear
turn
has
around.
other people done that.
I've seen like photo pics in the yeah, like
Yeah. Comment below.
yeah, do. Also, what is up with pilots always being so fucking fat? Have you ever noticed that? Sorry, not to make it weird.
I never see the pilot.
Oh my god, especially Ryanair ones. Like, I know when that's I'm surprised. I'm like, Ryan, like, what is that about? Like, really hot.
Would you like to be a pilot?
I'd love to be cabin crew. And I'm going out with the pilot. That would be hot. Sorry, I know I've got a really sorry, we're cosplaying here.
It's
in case
all
you can't keep up.
hypothetical.
Hypothetically, in another life, in another dimension, yes, I would love to be a wee trolley dolly. It's getting billed after shift by the pilot,
Made High Club.
and I'm, you know, and I'm like, oh my god, like, I'm all wet.
But what airline would you work for?
You're a bitch because you know I want to say Emirates, but you know I'm not.
Exactly.
We all wish that we were Emirates, but like, let's cut the bullshit.
I don't think you're.
I am Ryanair. I'm not even EasyJet. I'm definitely Ryanair, 100%. I think, yeah, like 100%. Like, me on a flight is definitely a flight going Ibiza being like, you right, somebody turn that fucking JBL off. or that's plane, we're turning this plane.
No, I'm gonna need you to calm down a wee bit, or else.
Oh, I thought, no, I'd be giving it, I'd be proper. Like, and I'm seeing a lot of this lately, actually. I was on a flight recently. Sassy cabin crew. I'm all about it. No, seriously. Sometimes, like, a shout out to anybody that works in cabin crew. They put up with some serious shit, and that is a hard job. So it is. Shout out to cabin crew, and I'm now starting to see where they'll stand up for themselves a wee bit more. Like, as in, like, you know, that type of. Like, sorry, with all due respect, like, if the noise doesn't, it was the flight going from Manchester to Ibiza, and sorry, if the flight, if the noise doesn't calm down, it wasn't even actually that bad, to be honest. I did think she overreacted, but also I like the fact that she set the tone for the flight. This is before it even took off. This flight won't be taken off if this is going to be disruptive or rowdy or whatever. There's many people flying for different reasons, blah, 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 blah. All that was like firm. She set the boundary of how that flight was going to go.
Fair play there.
Yeah. But Josh Baker, the DJ, was on the flight, so like that went completely out the window as soon as we hit the sky. Back it up.
Was he playing?
No, he was just sitting there. Everybody else was just going mad because he was there. Then I bumped into it. Was I talking about this story already? No, about the girls? No.
I don't know.
There was these girls that I seen on the flight. It was Manchester to Ibiza, and they were just stereotypical, like Ibiza final boss vibes.
Yeah.
Rollers in, the White Fox Boutique number on, like the lounge cut. Jogger shorts, rolled up a couple of times so they're up your hole. Tans fresh and popping, wee white top, wee hoodie over the shoulder, that type of vibe. And the rollers were pink, and they were basically putting their suitcase into a locker room, and they didn't book a hotel or nothing because they were flying home the next day. They were literally doing 24 hours. It's like partying all day, all night, and they were just like.
Cost them
Like
35 quid getting there and back.
Yeah, they were like one was from Manchester, one was from Liverpool, and they were just so like, we fucking love us. And I was like, oh my god, these are mental. I love that though. But yeah, like I think, yeah, well, I definitely would be Ryanair. You're Aer Lingus, I think.
Aye.
That's you got that Celtic. It's funny, they all have different vibes, don't they?
They do.
Aer Lingus gives more like Rosa Tralee.
Yes. It's like, it's bougie Irish.
But like, do you know, like Tyrone Crystal,
Yes.
Billy, like very like, oh, shikabaka, yeah, like that type
Sorry,
of.
Michelle O'Neill.
No,
No.
because Michelle's platinum. Michelle's more Dolly Parton vibes. Do you know what I mean?
Right,
Michelle's
right.
got the blonde hair, like, you know, she's a blonde bombshell. It's given more like ethereal,
Celtic.
Game of Thrones, Celtic,
Aye.
Rosa Tralee, slick, you know, that type of thing. Very like, you know, that's Aer Lingus. EasyJet. EasyJet's got a mix. It seems to be the most mixed and the most inclusive. It's got a range of different kind of characters, but the one thing that you'll always see in an EasyJet flight is always someone that's maybe in their mid-40s, a bit older, and they just look like that mummy, but also they might sell, like, you know, scented candles.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Very wholesome, very hearty.
Everybody's on EasyJet.
Everybody's on, yeah.
It's a means
Everybody's
to
a part
an
of the
end.
EasyJet dynasty.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, if you need an obscure flight between one place and another, EasyJet's doing it.
EasyJet.
So, like,
Jet2, kind of the same. They're in the
Yes.
same vibe. Do you get me? Ryanair, I'm just going to say it, hotties and chavs, and I love it. And I love it. And by the way, the chav is a good chav. It's like, it's boss beat, like it's a vibe.
Aye.
Like hotties, a lot of Spanish, a lot of European, and a lot of like you know, like that kind of like cheeky tart vibe, which I'm all about. Like, do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's a compliment, by the way. So that would be the. Have I just like stereotyped? Are we gonna have to cut this?
No.
I don't think so. But it's only a bit of
I don't
crack.
think
Only a bit of crack. Listen, but yeah, I think we're well round up here, are we?
Yeah, but that's been a good wee catch up.
Good wee catch up. So I look, if summer's not over just yet, obviously, it is coming to an end. So obviously, with all this talk about holidays abroad, the airlines, etc., you know, whatever airline, whatever destination, if you can, last minute, I would advise get a wee cheeky holiday in last minute
Yeah.
because autumn's
Not
coming
bad.
quick.
Aye, we're gonna feel it.
Yeah, and I'm ready for autumn. Are you?
I don't know. I don't want
I've
this to
loved
end.
it. I've loved it, but I'm also tired.
Mm.
It's
Yeah.
been very bus flight, another club flight, bus.
I feel
for
like
me.
I've had as much as I can handle
Have.
out of this summer.
Yeah.
So
Same.
I'm at the very end here. I can't keep living like this.
Yeah.
So yeah, I probably do need it, but I'm like looking at lastminute.com
Yeah,
every
and
day.
that's it. Genuinely, yeah.
and fucking what do you call them, Rory's Travel Club and all.
Yeah.
Fucking
There's always that's what, and I'm going to see anybody listen, see some serious advice right now. Like genuinely, just make sure that you have enough time or enough of a gap, right? If there's that's the way I do it. Like people are like, how do you go away all the time? I leave it very like a gap. Where it's like, right, I know I've maybe like 5 days free there, so that's a potential gap. I'll not take anything on because I maybe might be able to go away there or make a plan or do
Aye.
something. And then also, I don't go away a long time, Sean.
no, you
It's
go
always
a
kind of like
few
a
days.
4 days. So that's kind of the way I do it. But if you keep an eye on like the likes of Skyscanner and stuff, you can find really, really, really cheap flights,
100%,
especially
yeah.
European ones.
And
Genuinely, sometimes like I swear, like going on a holiday is cheaper sometimes than maybe like staying down like for a weekend in Dublin or a weekend,
yeah.
you know, in even up here sometimes, you know, like.
Do you ever have the wee cheeky look at Hayes Travel or Barhead?
Oh,
Travel?
always.
Yeah,
I'll never go
well,
by that window without a look.
You have to, like,
Always.
That's the best. That's the
That
best.
used to always
section of a
excite me.
shopping
Do you remember
centre.
that travel agents in Castlecourt? I used to always get so excited, and then I would always stop,
Aye.
and I would always hope my ma was like, "Come on!" And then whenever you actually went in, you're like, "Oh my god, we're actually seated here, and we're speaking, and oh my god, there's this woman on the computer, and she's typing stuff in, and
So
then it's like,
exciting.
wait a minute, and then we're like, is that a booked? And it's like, yeah, that's your booked. So that's here's your booking confirmation, and you're walking out, and you're like, or like whenever you done that with a group of friends the first time.
Yeah.
That was the excitement. Oh my god, we're actually going on holiday. We booked a holiday. Hello. And then it's like, you know, you maybe pay the £50 deposit and you're paying off the installments and the glory. Shout out to travel agents. There we go. Everybody's got a shout out to them. There we go. That's it. That's it. Look, we're well caught up anyway. Don't forget, guys, we're going to give a shout out to our Patreon. If you want to join us over on Patreon, that is where it's all popping off. We've got our chat rooms, we've got our extra bonus episodes that will be happening monthly, and our bonus content as well. So if you want to join, get your extra juice of Pop My Cherry, you can head over there. We'll leave a link in the description section. But yes, good catch up. Just want to wish anybody listening wherever you're at right now, have a great day and have a good one.